Hello everyone. We actually have a terrible issue upon us. I hate to say it, but we're in a book slump. It's actually very disgusting to me. I don't like the feeling of this. It's very foreign to me. I've never... Actually, that's a lie. I was gonna say I never felt this. Yeah, I have. But I don't like this feeling at all. It's weird because it usually happens around this time. Ooh, okay. Like, I wasn't talking. It usually happens around this time. It happened last year. Literally at this time. May of last year, I kind of wasn't reading. And then June, I think I read like 2 books and it was just not good for me. It's not like the number. It was how long it was taking me to get through the books. I couldn't read. But this year speaking, April I had a really good reading month. And then I kind of just fell off from there. Kind of had a reading slump throughout the whole month of May. Even though I did read, I wasn't excited about the books I was reading. Kind of. The Raven King, like once we actually got into the story, I started liking it, but I just wasn't excited. And then after I finished that, I had no motivation to read. It's sick. What I will say is I've had other things to do, other things on my mind. Whenever I complete one task, a million other tasks arises. So I'm going to sit down, force myself to read, and then hopefully I'll get so into the book that I want to continue it, and then we can start building the path again. So I picked out some books, some physical books, because I've been reading a lot of ebooks and I have so many physical books on my bookshelf that I just haven't read. So we need to get through some of these. And also it's been sick because I told you guys that I wanted to read or finish the Twisted series so I can get you the vlog, and I didn't want like the next part of the vlog to be like months down the line. That's looking like what's gonna happen. Like, did I jinx myself? I think so. But I have a stack of books and I'm gonna walk you through what I'm going to try and read. So this is kind of a TBR, but this is also like, what am I in the mood for throughout these books that I can probably hopefully get through. So first book, this book I've been actually trying to read and it just hasn't been happening. It hasn't been happening. It's If These Wings Could Fly by Kyrie McCauley. This is kind of like a coming of age book. She's in her senior year of high school. She has an abusive dad. She has 2 other sisters. I said she, but you don't even know who I'm talking about. It's this girl named Layton. She also meets this guy that she's trying to get with, I guess. And her father has anger issues, and I think he's just very abusive, and she's trying to deal with that. And then there's also this problem with crows. They keep coming to her town, and she's not fazed by it, but everyone in town is. So I don't know. It seems interesting, and it has pretty quick chapters, if I do remember, and that's why I really want to pick it up. I was like, fast pace? This is my kind of story. Then when I was picking out the books I kind of wanted to read for this video to help me get out my reading slump, I kept having this feeling of fantasy. So I picked out 2 fantasy books. We have Namesake, which is the sequel to Fable, and I was really deciding if I should read this now because I'm like not motivated, but I was like, maybe because like I already know the story, I know I love the characters, I know I love the plot, this would be perfect. But then I started getting upset because I was like, well, if I read this, then that means West and Fable are over for me because they're not in the next 2 books. So I might have to put this off, but I might have to read it. Then I have this one, which I don't think this is gonna happen, but I love Kay Tucker, but this is A Fate of Wraith and Flame. It's about a girl who, she's a jewel thief, and then she goes into another dimension and she becomes herself. Wait, I don't know, guys, actually. What? Like, she turns into a queen in another dimension, and then, but I don't know who, like, does the queen look like her? I think so. Anyway, but this is that. I don't know if we're gonna get to this. I don't know. I don't think so. So then I was on this path of, let's go back in time. Let's get a little historical. Let's learn some history. And I picked up kind of like 2 historical fiction books. So we have The Davenports by Crystal Marquise. This is giving me Bridgerton vibes. Princess and the Frog. It's about a bunch of sisters and they're trying to find love interests. And they're so rich. The family is so rich. But it's like the sister likes this person, but she really wants to be with the sister should be with this person, but she actually likes somebody else, and the somebody else that she likes, the other sister likes them, and then one sister that's not even supposed to like one of them, like it was that. It's like a bunch of like intertwining connections and relationships, and I think this would be fun. And then we have The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Still haven't read this book, and I feel like everyone has. I just saw it and I was just like, it might be the time. Taylor Jenkins Reid for me is kind of a hit or miss. I did not like Daisy Jones and the Six. I did like Evidence of the Affair. So then you're like, okay, so like you showed us 5 books. What are you gonna read? Honestly, it's between these 2. No, but like, I'm gonna read these probably later in the month, hopefully. What? Are we like in the second week? We're like in the second week of June. Things are getting bad. But I think I'm more likely to read these two. It's Namesake and If These Wings Could Fly. I think because I've already I'm like 5 pages into this. I'm more inclined, but more excited to read this. I need help. I literally need help. I don't know what to do. I just know like I will literally race through this. Y'all, I think I might have to read Namesake. Get it! Alright, so now that we have the book we're reading, Namesake, I am definitely going... Ow! That shit just assaulted me. Now that I have my book, I know I'm gonna want to annotate this and tab it, so I need to choose colors that match this. So let's do that. All right, so I have these tabs like on Amazon. There's like these more generic colors, which I don't think any of these are gonna match. Fable, she has like a blue eye, red hair, green earrings. So we're looking for like red, brown, blue, kind of like jewel tones, like gemstone colors. And I don't think any of these, are these giving you gem? These aren't giving me gem, except maybe the red. But other than that, and then like the sea is blue, but like the dark blue maybe. Let's see what I have in my better collection. This is my better collection. We have much more array of colors and shades, so this could work. I don't really have any dark reds anymore. I think I used it in Fable. Jewel colors. Jewel. Okay, you keep saying that. Look, I feel like every color on this is the same color. These three are literally the same color. I got scammed. She has some green in her. Or I kind of like this color. Guys, I'll be back. All right, y'all. So I chose blue, green, and red. And now I'm gonna write my little thingy that says what each thing means. Like red means West and Fable, of course. Blue means parts I like. And then green, I don't know what green's gonna mean yet, but we'll leave space for that. And yeah, once I finish this, we're gonna start reading. Y'all, so I got like 26 pages in and I was like, I'm gonna give myself a break. Then I proceeded to like scroll on my phone. What is that? I proceeded to scroll on my phone for like, how do you say, like 30 minutes maybe. So yeah, we're gonna get back and I'll see you guys at page 50. So remember when I said I was gonna get back to you once I reached 50 pages? Well, psych! I reached 65, literally probably like 6 hours later. So why did it take me 6 hours to complete my goal of 50 pages? I don't know, but I read 65 and literally had to force myself to put it down because it's about to be 12 a.m. and I have school tomorrow, but I want to give you guys an update. So I'm really enjoying it. If you don't want spoilers for Fable, don't watch. We left off at the end of the first book, Fable being kidnapped by Zola. Zola is the enemy of Saint, which is Fable's father. And Fable's mom used to work on Zola's ship, and then Saint took Fable's mom and asked her to be part of his ship, and then she went. So I feel like that's like where their problems start. Maybe Zola wanted to get with Fable's mom, and then she chose Saint, whatever. But I feel like that's where everything stems. Zola kidnapped Fable, and Clove was there. Clove was like Saint's right-hand man, and he was also had a brother-sister relationship with Fable's mom. Also, when Fable was confronting or talking to Saint, one of the first times that she was talking to him after being dropped off by the island by him, bro, this shit is crazy. Anyway, when she was talking to Saint, Saint said that Clove was dead. Clove was also with Saint when Saint and him dropped Fable off of the island by herself to survive. So that's messed up. So she sees him on the ship. She's like, you're alive. You also dropped me off on the island for me to basically die, perish by myself. You betrayed my father, and you betrayed my mother, and you betrayed me, and you're working for the enemy. What the frick, Clove? And then stuff is gonna happen to Fable while she's on the ship. Like, she almost died while she was diving because Zola had this crazy amount of gemstones that he wanted all the, how do you pronounce that? Dredgers? All the dredgers to get, and something happened to her. And so it was like, what happened? You're not West. Wes can only say that. Wes can only do that. You betrayed us, you freak. Die. Yeah, Fable describes Clove as being kind of like a second father. He taught her how to pickpocket, how to stitch a wound, and you're working for the enemy? But Zoila did say that Saint was burning bridges and revenge is a powerful motivator. So I'm like, what does Saint do? And that's actually not hard to believe because Saint sent his daughter off. Like, once Fable reunited with Saint, he was like, I left you the treasure that was on the ship that sank. And then Fable's like, let's go get the treasure. And he was like, no, you're doing it yourself. And he still didn't want to be associated with Fable. So it's not hard to believe that Saint would burn bridges. And Saint might have meant when he said Clove was dead, that Clove was dead to him. Not literally, but metaphorically. But yeah, in terms of stuff that's happening, yeah, so she's on the ship. Zoila has this plan we don't really know, and his first stop is back to Javal, which that's where Saint and Clove left Fable, and they get Coy. Coy was the guy in the first book that was trying to kill her and made her actually get on the Marigold because he was chasing her around Javal, and then she so happens to end up on the Marigold with Wes. And that's where the story started. But yeah, so now Coy is on the ship with Fable, and they're enemies. They're kind of frenemies, but more so enemies right now because he tried to kill her. But she did save him that night that she got on the Marigold. She did save him from drowning, and then he started to kill her. Babe, what's going on? Anyways, so Zola tells them that they have to dive, and there's this other dredger on the ship named Ryland, and he kind of doesn't like Fable because why are you leading the dredgers when I'm here? So when Zola sends them out to dive, Ryland tries to kill Fable and tries to choke her, or he does choke her, and takes her belt, her knives, her tools, so she can't cut herself free from this rope. And then guess who saves her? Coy. And then once she comes to, that's when Clove was like, what happened? And then Fable was like, don't touch me. Why do you care? As she should. She stitches herself up, and then she goes back out into the ship. She's like, I need a new belt. Then she sees Coy looking at her, and she goes up to him, and she's like,
why'd you do it?
He says,
I don't know what you're talking about.
She says,
why'd you cut my rope?
He says,
I didn't cut your rope.
And then she jumps back off the ship and starts diving for gems. So that's where I'm at. Things are getting kind of crazy. I'm liking it. I had to force myself to stop and put it down. I'm not going to give you guys crazy updates throughout because I don't want this to be solely dedicated to Fable, even though I would literally love that. I would love if this video was dedicated to the Fable series. But I'll see you guys once I have a bigger update and I get further into the book. I, for one, feel like my reading slump is over. And this might just be because I'm reading a book that I know that I'm gonna like. And then maybe once I finish this, I don't have that spark. But I feel like I have the spark. I feel like the spark is back. Hey y'all, am I from Tennessee? Okay guys, so I'm 130 pages in to Namesake. Really good. I'm starting to sweat. I just want to give you general updates. I was right in the fact that I said that Saint was in on the plan, Fable being there and Clove being on the ship with Zola. Basically, it was Clove's job to get Zola to trust him and basically get him to Bastion, I think that's how you pronounce it, to Holland. Holland is this, like, the most powerful trader in the Unnamed Sea. But he's been banished from the Unnamed Sea because Zoila and Fable's mom, Zoila, like, allowed her to come onto his ship, and we all know that Fable's mom died. So Holland blames Zoila. You might be like, why is she blaming Zola? Because Holland is the mother of Fable's mom. So that means that Fable is the granddaughter of Holland, the most powerful trader in the Unnamed Sea. So Zoila, Clove, and Fable all get to Bastion. Holland kills Zoila. Holland gives money to Clove. We all realize that Saint put Clove up to that. So Saint and Clove are like this still. But guess who shows up? The man in charge. The man we've all been waiting for. The man I've been asking for. West. He shows up and now he's there with Fable. Now we can enjoy their love. I'm excited. But there is some tension because Fable keeps making problems out of nothing. Like, because everyone keeps telling her, watch out for him. He's dangerous. He has demons. Okay, he's killed a few people. Quite a few people. More than a few people. Okay, like, give me something to work off of, please. Just because he's killed people for Saint, I'm not scared. But yeah, Fable keeps making problems out of nothing, being like, I feel this barrier between us. We're gonna have to talk about what he's done for Saint. Girl, you knew this. You were on the ship when he killed that other guy, a part of Zoila's crew. You were there. And she even said, I had a feeling that he's done some shady stuff, but I'm gonna pretend like he doesn't. So you're pretending that the reality of Wes doesn't exist, but you're getting mad that he hasn't said anything to you, and you haven't even asked the question because you're pretending that doesn't exist. How are you getting mad? Fable, you're making me upset. The only one that hasn't made me upset is West, because he is actually perfect. So yeah, I'll get back to you once I'm even deeper into the book. I'm sweating like badly, y'all. So to just give you like to tell you where we are in the book right now, Holland just told Clove to kill Saint because her daughter, Fable's mom, died on Saint's ship. So she's like, Clove, kill Saint. But as we know, Saint is the one that put Clove up to killing Zoila. Me and Fable, we're like, how are you going to do this? What's going to happen? And then Holland offers Wes to join her fleet to basically work under her. And then she tells Fable that she needs an heir. You need an heir? What? So Wes is obviously not rocking with that. So she has this whole master plan, and she has an ulterior motive, which I already knew she had, because quite frankly, I don't trust this woman. She wants Zoila and Saint dead, not only because of what happened to her daughter, and who knows even if she really means that, because Fable's mom, her daughter, she left for a reason, and we don't know how. What? And we don't know why exactly. But we do know that Fable's mom wanted her mom not to be able to trade in the Narrows, right? So now if she kills Zoila and Saint, she would be the most powerful trader. Well, she already is, but she would also take over the Narrows and not let anyone else have the opportunity to grow and be able to trade. And Fable doesn't want that to happen. But you know what? Wes wants to leave. He's like, let's just forget all about this. Let's leave Saint too. Like, he's done so much. Let him deal with the consequences. And I don't know where I don't know where we're going. But yeah, that's where we're at. Oops. So guys, it's been a while since I actually filmed something for this video, but I stopped reading Namesake for like about a week, and then I finally got into it this weekend because I had time, and I finished it. It was so good. I kind of just left you on a hanger there. I was telling you what was happening play by play, but then I realized, I was like, this is supposed to be like a general reading vlog, and I'm giving you the entire plot and what's happening every like 50 pages of this book. So I kind of just stopped doing that and just read it. In terms of how I feel about this book, I gave it a 4.5. Nothing will ever compete to Fable and its greatness, and I would never expect anything to compete with it. The sequel, it was good. I just wished we had more Fable and Wes. I really wanted more of them, but the stuff we got was alright. And then also, I miss seeing the crew all working together. When the crew was together, they were kind of mad at Fable, and so there was kind of some tension on the boat, and it wasn't as good as the first one, but I still enjoyed it a lot. And it's Adrian Young, and it's Fable, and it's West, and it's Clove. Y'all, I love Clove, and I love Saint. Oh my god, like the bonding at the end between Fable and Saint literally said, I love you. Let me read you the quote. I literally turned straight to it. He says, I didn't leave you on Javal because I don't love you. I left you there because I have never loved anything in my life like I love you. Not Isotl, not the trade, nothing. Almost shed a tear, and Saint finally claimed Fable as his daughter. Thank fucking God. We were waiting. So now I just have the last legacy to finish and then Saint. But I'm gonna read those at a different time because I'm not trying to finish the story so quickly, babe. We need to let things marinate. But yes, it was alright. Not better than Fable. Yeah, if they would have given me more Fable and Wes, more of the found family, I would love to see her and Saint be together. I love the ending when he finally accepts her as his daughter. Like, that's cute, but can they have a mission together or some shit? Like, that would be so much fun. Can there be like a little epilogue thing where we see Saint and Fable like working together? But it's cute. I still liked it. And now I'm reading Cafe con Leche by Emery Lee. I am 50% of the way through. I literally started I literally started it this morning and I've been flying through it. It's cute. I wanted something like this. I wanted a nice, cute summer romance, and this actually isn't even like a summer romance book. It's like romance, but it's taking place in school, and also homecoming's coming up, so it's like winter, fall-ish. I still like it. It's about these two guys who their families both own restaurants, and they're both absolutely sucking because there's this rival restaurant called World Fusion Cafe that's kind of taking over both of their restaurants, and it's very much cultural appropriation. So now they're working together to try and save their family's restaurants, and love is brewing. Love is brewing. Love is brewing. It's all right so far. I'm only 50%. I'm only halfway through, and it's all right. Yeah, the romance, literally, it's like this right now. Like, they almost kissed, and neither of them are talking about it. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm hoping I can finish this in the next few days, and then I'm probably gonna close out this video, or maybe read another book in this video. But I'm out of my reading slump, so goal of this video is accomplished. And y'all, like, I was thinking about it, and I was like, this is kind of just a regular reading vlog because I was in a slump, yeah, but I picked up a book that I knew I would like and enjoy. It wasn't like I was actually, it was like that. Like, I had no motivation to read. Anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna continue reading Cafe con Leche, and I'll get back to you when I finish it. What's up, guys? Long time no see. So I just wanted to say that I finished Cafe con Leche by Emery Lee. I think I'm gonna give this around a 3 or 3.5. It was a cute romance. It was nice, little rom-com. But I don't know, I feel like it's just not gonna stick with me. I do like her other book better, Meet Cute Diary. I forget which one came first. I don't know which one came first, but I prefer Meet Cute Diary. This one, it was just all right. I did like that Theo, this guy, he inspired Gabby to come out because he showed him, like, there are good parts of being gay and it's not all just bad. And I think that was really good. They mentioned Romeo and Juliet and Beauty and the Beast, so I feel like there's elements of those stories in here. That was cool. But honestly, I didn't even realize that until it was said. So, oops. So maybe going into it, if you do know that, you can definitely like see more of that, but it was until the end I was like, oh yeah. Anyway, that was okay. And then also, if you can hear some chainsaw, jacksaw, axe, chopping down trees, cutting down tree noises, I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. What are you guys doing out there? In terms of my next read, I think I'm going to pick up The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid, because I don't know, I feel like everyone's read this, and also, bro, it's Pride Month, I have to celebrate. Which is that the spoiler? I don't know, but I already kind of know what happens. I just want to read this for myself. I also have required reading for school, so when's that gonna get done? But yeah, in this video, I read Cafe con Leche and Namesake by Adrienne Young. So thank you to these two books for getting me out of my reading slump. Love it. This is is it a 4? Maybe it's a 4.5. I think I gave Namesake a 4.5 and this a 3 or 3.5. I still have to think about it. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video here because the whole point was to get out of a reading slump, and I'm definitely out of that now. Hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys have any other ideas or any other videos you guys want me to do, just let me know. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, and bye.